Hello, much love, YouTube family. How y'all doing tonight? I felt very inclined to talk about this. I felt like this is something that I needed to state. Maybe it's one person that I could reach. So what I was gonna say is, I'm gonna even sit back. What I was gonna say is basically, um, I'm gonna speak on bullying. I'm gonna speak on that, and I'm gonna speak on it in a manner that many people don't speak on it as. So I'm just gonna say it like this. The best way I can say it is um uh, a situation happened where a child was being bullied. Unfortunately, that child ended up hurting several kids. Um, in situations like this, people, they often advocate for the people that's being bullied, and they're supposed to. They're supposed to. But go where the problem starts, and let's try to fix the problem before it even erupts to get that way. We as adults have to keep our eyes open. And, if we miss it, 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to bring it to our attention, whether it's a child or adult. Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? God has blessed me to be able to see the things that I have saw. And I have came to the conclusion that, bullies, yeah, they're very harsh people, but they have problems too. Everybody that is doing wrong has a root cause of why they're doing it. Now, many people don't sit down with the bullier and try to find out that. I think if we sit down with the ones who are doing the bullying, we can also combat bullying. We can't just wait until you call them a bully and wait till they do something and then handle the effects of what's done. We have to pay attention to that behavior, call it what it is, and stop them right there and check them. Check the bullies. The bullies need to be checked. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they are checked, but they're checked by explode. But we can help this. We can help this. We really can. I'm gonna give an example about myself. I used to be somewhat bullied when I was younger, and to be honest with you, it put me. It did. It helped shape and mold who I am, my attitude and all that. So what my story was is it was like a lot of families that was around. These families participated in fighting. They grew up in a different manner than I grew up. A bunch of them, different little families. So a lot of them would bother me, or because I was mild mannered, I was respectful, small, very small. You know what I'm saying? Still small to this day. And people used to do little nitpicky stuff to me, take my stuff, step on my foot, you know what I'm saying, little stuff like that, try to hurt my feelings. So, um, I remember like it was a couple of times where people were so disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, no matter how small I was, the embarrassment and just like the realness in me. Cause you know what I'm saying, like whenever you're a certain way, it's gonna reflect. If you're like a real person or you're a truthful person, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come with strength. You know what I'm saying? All of those qualities align together. So though you may be scared, you know what I'm saying, as the one who being bullied, it's just something. It's just a yearn or um a fire within you that's just like, you know what I'm saying, like David fighting Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Um, Bigger they are, the harder they fall. You know what I'm saying? That's the flip side of a bully as well. So people say what they want to say to make situations suit their situation. So back to what I was saying though. So like a couple of people tried me or whatever, but I blew up so much, or I was so angry. You know what I'm saying? From like the embarrassment, the belittlement, the build up. And when I saw the reaction that I got out of those people, I could tell it scared them. And to be honest with you, I will black out. I could tell that it scared them. So, you know what I'm saying? That gave me power over the situation. Like, okay, okay, I got this. But from that point on, I had like it went from me being small and having manners to, all right, you better not mess with that one. All right, don't let her fool you type thing. So that's one way we can check our bullies. You know what I'm saying? We could be quiet, we could be mild mannered, but we could be doing, you know what I'm saying? We could be getting ourselves right. You could be doing your push ups. You can be doing your sit ups. You could be thinking. You could do all type of stuff. You have to be one step ahead of bullies. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can even tell on them um, anonymously. It could be all sorts of things done, but we have to sit down as adults and bring those avenues to the table for children. Really, we have to peep it. So, another example I'm gonna give, you know what I'm saying? Throughout my whole life, it's been like that, and now I've became to be smart enough to know who I should associate with, who I should not associate with, who makes me lose my temper, who, you know what I'm saying? I know I got it mapped out now. Unfortunately, after so many times. So it was this particular girl. I could tell from the very beginning that I was going to have trouble with her. I could tell. I knew what she was thinking because I had been around so many bullies. But the thing of it is I was in my 30s when this took place. So bullies don't just happen for children, it happens for adults too. A bully is a mind frame. And it's you know what I'm saying? It is also a person that feel like you weak, a person that you know what I'm saying feel like they have power. So once they lose their power, they don't got nothing else. Anyway, she kept doing all sorts of things, taking chairs out of my yard, um, stuff get missing out of my yard. Next thing I know, it's over her house. See, that's trying me right there. You taking, you know, we don't deal with each other like that. You take chairs out of my yard for your company and y'all just sit in them and then just you know what I'm saying like what you gonna do about it type thing. I let it go, let it go, let it go. But that's what a bully does. They pay attention to you not saying anything and then they feed off of that. So by you know she kept doing little stuff, taking stuff out my yard or whatever. So eventually I said, nah, this got to stop. I know she think I'm not gonna say nothing. So one day I seen her walking down the street. Another thing about bullies, they love to have a show. I noticed when we was one on one, she didn't behave the same as she did when she was around a group of people. Um, but she was walking down the street. She had somebody with her, and I asked her about a particular thing, and she looked like she seen a ghost. Remember, I told you they always have that look because they don't expect you to defend yourself, take up for yourself, advocate for yourself. So she was like, answer, call me miss and everything. I knew we wasn't good. She made it seem like we were good, but I already knew what was up. I ain't said nothing to her. She steady taking stuff out my yard. So this by this point, I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna say anything. I started to because it's the principle. So I just politely got it back out of my yard. But bullies, you get your own stuff out of your somebody take your stuff out of your yard. You go in their yard to get your own stuff, and it's a problem. Knew it was gonna be one. You know what I'm saying? But I have to stand up for myself, so that's what I did. Next thing I know, she's belligerent, drunk. I pull up in my yard. She's calling me all type of bees and stuff. Straight bully. She does this to all sorts of people. She's a community known bully. So, uh, she knew I could fight. I'm not trying to brag, but like I told you, I got that David spirit. You know what I'm saying? I got that David spirit. I'm not going to let the enemy triumph over me. And that's what a bully is, the enemy. When you start having that mind frame, you can devour them. And that's what we have to tell our children. Don't when they scared, that's when a lot of things happen. We have to teach them from the beginning. Fear no man but God. But as I'm saying though, she knew I could fight. One and so she started calling me all type of names. I said something. She walked all the way from her house towards my house, went past me, act like she wanted to do all sorts of stuff, let her daughter hold her back, which was a child, and went and got a butcher's knife. Now I could have been an idiot and ran up on this woman. The old me would have, because I'm like, you know, dribbling and not thinking and just ignorant stuff. And that's how people get killed. So I thought about it. Something came over me. I said, you know what? I got you. I got you. And I just took charges out on her. Now I ended up not going through with him, but when we got to the courthouse, I looked in her eyes. I said, what you got a problem with me for? She couldn't tell me, but she was jealous. I already knew what it was. I had the root cause figured out. You have to figure out the enemy. You know what I'm saying? You have to figure out the bully. Even though they have problems, you can't make their problems your problems. But what I was going to say is, I knew it was going to be a tit for tat game. She was going to start trying to call CPS, flat my tires. I know this woman because she's been around the community. So guess what I did? I moved. And I know people can't just up and move, but God will make a way for you and your situation. Get away from them before you hurt them or before they hurt you. I took all the money I had and I moved. Now she's still going back and forth to jail doing the same thing. One of us could have lost our lives because I'm not gonna let nobody devour me, take over me, and destroy me. So I left. I saw it was her and me. And when you start seeing it's you or them, you got to go. You got to go. So parents, whenever you see your kids in situations, take it serious. Because it could be a slippery slope. Have y'all ever seen Fear Thy Neighbor? Man. So yeah. Even though we stay in a community together, that don't mean that, that we gonna always love each other. We should love each other no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But people don't think like that. People don't even know that that's how you're supposed to be. So, like I said, bullies have problems too. People need to start looking into these bullies and what the root cause of it is. You know what I'm saying? We need to start showing people responses to bullies. We need to start being more anonymous about things. So it's all sorts of things that could be done for the bully and the one that's being bullied. I know it's a lot of things I didn't touch up on, but you know what I'm saying? Please go. Please go. If you have enough money, go. If you don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Try to get some type of assistance. Or if you see that it's a situation that could become fatal or brutal or just negative, anything, try your best to get away. And if you can't get away, pray. And God will provide a way for you. I appreciate you for viewing.